everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about exfoliators, the products that I like to help tackle rough texture on my skin. Uneven texture, bumpy texture where my skin just feels not smooth. And these are the products that a lot of them are old that I've been using for a while, some are newer, and that I like to tackle, like I said, rough texture. They can do other things, like some can target breakouts, hyperpigmentation, dark spots, or whatnot. But in my mind, I kind of think of them in the exfoliating category for myself. And okay, so let's get started. Pretty much all of them are chemical exfoliants rather than scrubs. I don't use scrubs that much. I find ones that I like here and there, but sometimes with scrubs, I just feel like they irritate my skin too much, whereas chemical exfoliants, acids and whatnot, fruit enzymes, don't irritate it as much, and I like the result that I get better. However, I'm going to start with the scrub that I really do enjoy, the cult classic Kate Somerville Exfoliate. It's very strong. I can only use this, I don't know, maybe once every 2 weeks, but it is the real deal. I massage it into the skin on damp skin, leave it on the skin for just 1 to 2 minutes, and then it kind of lets the enzymes activate because there are enzymes in it, and you can rinse it away and your skin is very, very smooth, very fresh, very, just the texture is gone. But though the scrub, I can only use that, like I said, maybe just a few times a month, but she recently launched the liquid Exfoliate. I'm excited. I was very excited for this product. It's a triple acid resurfacing treatment. You use it like a toner. So you put it onto a cotton pad. Typically all of these exfoliating products I will use after I cleanse, then before I move on to serums and moisturizers. So that's the kind of step that I put them in. Sometimes people ask, do I tone before? Do I tone after? Do I always tone? Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I will, especially when I'm using some of these, maybe I'll skip a toner. So I just kind of cleanse and then go into these and then finish either with a serum, face oil, moisturizer, whatever. So this is, you put on a cotton pad and you swipe it all over the skin. It contains 10% AHA, fruit acids, and then the AHA, glycolic, malic, and lactic acid. I didn't find it to be too intense. I didn't have any irritation from it, though I only would use it maybe 2 to 3 times a week, but I really enjoyed this. If you like the Exfoliate, but you feel like it could be a little too strong for you, this is a great option. I'm really excited that she came out with this. All right, moving on, I'm gonna stick with my strong exfoliants and then we'll move on to kind of the more gentler ones. All right, the baby facial from Drunk Elephant. I know some of you were like, yay, I love this product. Some of you were like, no, I don't get it, or it irritates my skin. You've got to patch test everything because this is very strong. It's 25% alpha hydroxy acids and 2% beta hydroxy acids. Yowzas. So it is strong. And I use this all over the skin. I can only use this like the Exfoliate like once every 2 weeks or so when I really want to just tackle some rough texture and leave it on. I mean, it says to leave it on for 20 minutes. You leave it on for as long as you can, 20 minutes being the max. But if you can't make it up to that, I'm sure you're fine. Rinse it off. I like to follow that up with a face oil. Like finish it, then just put a face oil right into my skin afterwards. Maybe like a quick mist, facial mist, and then a face oil, and then I'm done for the night. Because I love freshly peeled skin and then a face oil on top of that. I feel like it just soaks right in, and my skin needs that extra bit of like nourishment and thickness, and it's just lovely. I always find that my skin looks so great the next morning. The Dr. Dennis Gross peel pads. I think of these as an exfoliant. Obviously, they are an exfoliant, but it's more of a peel. And it's 2 steps. You're supposed to use them daily. I can use them daily. There are the kind of lesser strength ones, and then these are the extra strength daily peel. I find they do a really great job at texture, removing rough texture on the skin. And they also can help with, hyperpigmentation, dark spots, especially if you're using them daily. Some of these, if you're using them daily, can really help to remove any type of uneven pigmentation that you have on your skin, as well as rough texture and really enjoy those. However, if I had to pick one that I like even more, the Blue Mercury Peel Pads. You guys know I've been talking about these forever. So many of you have messaged me and you're like, I love them too. They are the real deal. They are. They're fantastic. Glycolic acid, salicylic acid, and vitamin K. Also has chamomile in it. So I don't find, they do tingle a little bit, but I don't find these irritate my skin. Talk about a glow. I mean, it helps with texture, but it really gives your skin an amazing glow. You can use them daily, but with all these sorts of things, like the baby facial, the Exfoliate scrub, I wouldn't say, those are not daily. The liquid Exfoliate, maybe 3 times a week. The Dr. Dennis Gross pads, you could probably use, many of them are used daily, or meant to be used daily. These can be used daily, but you need to build up to them, especially if your skin is very sensitive or you're new to adding these into your routine. These are just, they're just glorious. I can never be without them. I discovered them years ago, like at the beginning of when I started blogging, and they've never let me down. And then the last 3 are not as intense, but it's good. Like, you don't want to have, if you like a selection of peels in your routine, or I mean, something's different for everybody. You don't need to have all of these. And maybe some of you are like, I want a peel in my routine. I want to tackle rough texture, but I just want something a little more gentle because my skin tends to kind of get irritated by so many different things. The Omuro Vixa Blue Diamond Resurfacing Peel, this is beautiful. It is the gentlest out of all of these. I find it almost feels just like a nice mask. I put it on. I can use this a few times a week and it's fine. A lot of times with peel, sometimes afterwards my skin will just need like a lot of moisture into it. This doesn't make my skin feel dry at all. It's wonderful. It's just the slightest bit of a peel, but my skin still feels very hydrated afterwards. Also, the La Prairie Cellular 3-minute peel. Love this. It's a creamy gel texture, so it feels very cooling. Comes with a little brush. I mean, it's a full experience. And you brush it on. It's very cooling. It's creamy. It feels hydrating. Leave it on for 3 minutes, and you rinse it off, and your skin just feels like you've had a mini facial. It helps with the texture, but it helps, especially with me, I noticed with this, is it really helps the appearance of pore size. So I notice my pores appear very minimized after using this. And it's such a decadent, lovely, lovely peel. And some of these other ones are like really hardcore. I mean, they are tackling texture and breakouts or pigmentation. This one, I feel like it tackles that, but there's a little more comfort in it. And then the final one, I told you there's not too many. I didn't have a ton here, but what I do have here, I really enjoy. This is newer to me, the Indie Lee Radiance Renewal Peel. So exfoliate and brighten. These are peel pads, and they're very, very gentle. Not the gentlest, but they're definitely not like the Blue Mercury or the Dr. Dennis Gross. You can use these daily. Kind of wrote down here kind of all the different active ingredients. So this one has vitamin C, alpha hydroxy acid, really great to help brighten the skin. I mean, you're going to get the removal of texture slightly. I mean, some of these other ones are going to literally power wash your skin. This is going to just lightly remove some texture, help to brighten the skin, give it a little bit of a fresh glow. But I really enjoy this. I enjoy a lot of her products, and she just launched this. She did also another one targeted more towards decongesting the skin, like, clogged pores, breakouts, and whatnot. I have gravitated a little more towards this, but I enjoyed the other one, but this one stuck out to me a little bit more, and my skin has been responding better to it, so that's why I wanted to feature it in the video. I'll link the other one below if that interests you, and that's it. Would love to know what exfoliants or peels or whatnot you really love to use, and your experience with any of these. Do they work for you? Do they not work for you? It's always good to hear different people's perspectives and thoughts on some of these products, and I will talk to you guys soon. I'll link everything that I talked about down below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.